The India-Pakistan standoff has lasted 10 days, with sporadic border clashes continuing, and India seems to have gained no advantage. This does not stop Indian netizens from winning online. They excel at listing data, deriving favorable outcomes for India, then indulging in euphoria. For example, when analyzing respective support, they portray Pakistan as an isolated nation while claiming backing from the US, Israel, the EU, even Russia. Honestly, Indian netizens often amuse me, providing endless motivation for my videos. Not to mention, after India issued threats, Pakistan swiftly received weapons support from China, Turkey, and China vetoed India's UN proposal, erasing statements harmful to Pakistan. Many Islamic countries' media have condemned India for escalating the conflict, particularly for using water resources as a weapon. The support India received is merely verbal. Israel has not provided weapons, as it is entangled in Middle East conflicts. The US hopes both sides restrain emotions to prevent escalation. The EU, Russia are locked in a fierce confrontation over Ukraine, making it unclear how they could support India. Especially Russia. I struggle to understand why Indians still believe Russia is their friend. During the Soviet era, to counter China, the Soviet Union supported India significantly, which led China to firmly back Pakistan, now its largest investor, primary weapons supplier. The Soviet Union was the world's second superpower, with immense strength, advanced military industry. Yet, even under its heavy arming, India failed to defeat Pakistan. Today, Pakistan wields numerous advanced Chinese-made weapons, including warships, submarines, fighter jets, self-propelled artillery, electronic warfare vehicles, whose performance surpasses India's domestic products, expensive assembled weapons purchased globally. Russia, due to severe economic decline, lost territories like Ukraine. Kazakhstan struggles to maintain warships, aircraft, relies heavily on China for electronics, losing its ability to keep pace with the US. China in weapons development. Now mired in the Ukraine war, Russia depends on China's market, supplies and economy, technology, military, needing China far more than India. Russia would never support India, risk offending China. Secondly, I cannot fathom how the Bharat Empire formulates its foreign policy, persistently pursuing a two-faced approach. In the past, when the US, Europe, the Soviet bloc were balanced, this had room to maneuver. But now, Russia faces NATO threats at its doorstep. If it cannot resolve the Ukraine issue quickly, not only might Putin fall, but Russia could face another split. At this time, Modi ignores the Soviet Union. Russia's long-standing support for India fails to back Russia firmly. Instead plays both sides, visiting Ukraine, meeting Zelensky, talking grandly to pose as a mediator. Worse, when Russia's economy faced unprecedented hardship, Chinese goods, funds filled Russia's market gap, and China bought vast Russian energy. Yet India exploited its neutral status, importing Russian oil, gas cheaply, reselling at high prices for profit. This was when Russia was on its last legs, and India ruthlessly stabbed its former ally. Even worse, India paid with near-worthless rupees, leaving Russia unable to buy useful goods, only repurchasing some weapons, ammo from India. Modi's betrayal is etched in Putin's ledger. Russia must first resolve Ukraine before settling scores with India. So how could it genuinely help India? Thirdly, the US has cornered Russia, especially after the Trump administration's mineral deal with Ukraine, resuming weapons support. Russia has reached the point of needing North Korean troops, with its front line using North Korean ammo. In such dire straits, even if Russia wanted to aid India, what could it offer? Russia must realize that China, by exporting goods, components, buying Russian energy, faces immense international pressure, enduring repeated US, European sanctions, with many local banks risking swift exclusion. Blacklisting. China also faced escalating tensions with Europe, risking a trade war, with China paying such a steep price. If Russia supports India, China would put Russia on the chopping block, making it taste the cost of betrayal, a risk Putin cannot bear. Western pressure brought China, Russia together, but China's economy, population are 10 times Russia's, with industrial, technological strength far ahead. Russia needs China more than China needs Russia. China does not fear Russian betrayal, as it can offer a higher bid to surrender to the West. Frankly, Russia's value to China has waned. In 2018, Russia was vital to China. Now, China hardly needs any nation, whether in economy, technology, or military. Lastly, Indians must understand that the Bharat Empire is merely a pawn to global powers, liable to be sacrificed at critical moments, with no major power willing to fight for it. Pakistan, however you mock it, may have countless failures, but it has a true friend: China. Historically, China stands by its allies. In 1950, to aid North Korea, China fought the US-led UN forces directly, pushing them from the Yalu River to the 38th parallel. In the 1970s, China warned the US ground forces not to cross the 17th parallel or face consequences. Throughout the Vietnam War, North Vietnam moved all industrial production near China's border, avoiding US bombings. The US military never crossed the 17th parallel. When Pakistan faced extreme danger, China warned India to dismantle border outposts immediately or face consequences, halting India's advance. Now, with China's economy thriving, Pakistan not only shares decades of friendship, but is China's strategic gateway to the Middle East. If India dares wage war on Pakistan, China will teach it a lesson. China's weapons would first expose India, this paper tiger. Boast less. Reflect why hundreds of thousands of troops cannot catch a few militants.